with me, I just added 13 more books onto my never-ending TBR pile. I definitely have a problem, okay? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a fun one. It is a bookstore vlog, and I know you're thinking, Grace, you just did a bookstore vlog. You went on this whole rant about how you're trying to be more conscious when you're buying books. You're trying not to buy books you don't need. Well, hear me out, okay? Hear me out. It is my birthday weekend. My birthday is January 25th. It is currently January 26th. I don't have class on Friday, so Fridays are the start of my weekend. And the rules do not apply to the birthday girl, okay? I get to treat myself, okay? Okay? And I'm so excited to take you guys with me today because I have such a fun day planned. Nolan and I are going to go paint pottery. We're going to go to Barnes & Noble. We're going to go eat at Cheesecake Factory. Today is a stacked day, okay? So it is the next day. I thought I would show you guys what I got at Barnes & Noble. I definitely overspent, definitely went a little too crazy, but it was my birthday. I was treating myself. I had gift cards. This whole shopping spree was basically free in my mind because girl math, obviously. So I ended up getting about 6 books. A lot of them ended up being YA, which is odd because I feel like I don't read a lot of YA, but for some reason, the young adult section was just calling my name last night at the Barnes & Noble. Starting off, I got Betting on You by Lynn Painter. This is her newest YA release, I want to say. I actually haven't ever really read a YA book by Lynn Painter. The 2 books that I have read and completed by her were both of her adult romances, and honestly I didn't love them, but Lynn Painter is just known for her YA romances. I figured I would give her a shot. However, I did listen to 50% of Better Than the Movies a while ago, actually, like in the summer, and I did really enjoy it. I just never finished it for some reason, but I definitely want to go back and finish the book because that's like her call to fame. I ended up getting this book because someone in my book club at my college recommended it to me. And so, of course, after one recommendation, I'm gonna go buy the book. Of course, of course. So the second book I ended up getting was also by Lynn Painter, and that was The Do-Over. During my last Barnes & Noble trip, I saw this edition and just like fell in love. I didn't get it during that trip, so when I went back yesterday, I just knew I had to pick it up because it's cute. It's so freaking cute, okay? This book also takes place during Valentine's Day and kind of has a Groundhog Day trope, if I'm gonna be honest. So I feel like it's perfect for the month of February as well. So yeah. So the next book I got, I actually have already read, and that was Powerless by Lauren Roberts. So you're probably thinking to yourself, Grace, you already have a copy. Why do you need 2? Hear me out. Hear me out. This is my bookworm math or something because this is the logic that I followed. My UK copy, or my UK edition, is a paperback. Everything that is going to be released in the US, because this is a series, is going to be released in a hardback. And so, don't I want everything to match? Like, yes, the answer is yes. Obviously, I want everything to match. So, the only logical solution to this issue is to just buy a US hardcover edition so then everything will match when the rest of the series comes out. And that was my logic. That is why I bought Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I also just love the book in general, so I don't mind having 2 copies. I also might go back and annotate this edition and then keep my UK copy just normal and then display it. So yeah. So the next 2 books I actually got are part of a series, and that is Binding and Keeping 13. These are the first 2 books of the Boys of Tommen series. I actually already own the first book, but I have the self-published version, and that thing is a mammoth of a book. Okay, it is huge, and I'm pretty sure when Chloe Walsh got traditionally published, they actually cut down quite a lot. So that's why I picked up the traditionally published ones, because I don't know how I was ever gonna read Binding 13 when it was like 600, 700 pages long. I really don't know. And maybe if I end up really loving this series, I'll go back and read my self-published edition, because I honestly would love to know what they got rid of and what they kept, things like that. Like, how different are these editions? Binding and Keeping 13 are about the same couple. They're about Johnny and Shannon. Johnny, I think, is a rugby team. I think he's popular, and then Shannon is kind of an outcast. She's not very popular, and she's dealing with just a lot at home or something. And it's about their relationship and their character development. I've heard such good things about this series, honestly, so I'm really excited to jump into it. So moving on to the adult romance section of this video, I got The Nanny by Lana Ferguson. So the premise of this book is a little spicy. Basically, the girl has an OnlyFans account, but she's also the nanny for this guy. He's a single parent. The little twist is that he is like her #1 contributor to her OnlyFans account, but because her OnlyFans is anonymous, he doesn't know it's her when she becomes his nanny. I think that is such a fun concept. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good time. I've heard such good things about this book. I heard that the spice is fun, and do not let this cover fool you, okay? The last book I got at Barnes & Noble was A Not So Meet Cute by Megan Quinn. This will actually be my first ever book by Megan Quinn. I've heard such good things about her. I just haven't really ever picked up a book by her. This is part of the Kane Brothers series. It's the first book. I'm pretty sure the biggest trope is a fake dating trope. I love the fake dating trope. It is a trope that I will eat up every single time. I just love it. So I'm super excited. I almost actually didn't pick this book up, but I just kept eyeing it and just kept going back to it while I was at the Barnes & Noble. So I'm glad I picked it up because I might be reading it in February, who knows? So those were all the books I got at Barnes & Noble, but don't worry, this haul is not over because I actually got some more books. So starting off, I was actually sent some book mail by Aardvark Book Club. They are a monthly book subscription, and lucky for you, I have an amazing deal. If you use my promo code currently overbooked, you'll be able to get your first box for $4 and you have free shipping. Like, that is such an amazing deal, especially when you see what they sent me. So the first book I got was Same Time Next Summer. This is obviously a summer romance. It's a second chance romance, and Ellen Hildebrand called it utterly charming, should go directly into your beach bag. So I'm definitely saving this for a tropical vacation or the summer, whichever one comes first, but I can't wait to read this. So the next book I got was Love Interest by Claire Gilmore. This is a workplace romance. I'm pretty sure it's also enemies to lovers because they're going after the same job. It also takes place in Manhattan, so if you're looking for books set in New York, this would be perfect. So the third and final book I was sent was The Fake Out by Lana Ferguson. I am so excited about this book because Lana Ferguson wrote The Nanny, which I just bought. And when I was at the Barnes & Noble, I was eyeing this book like a lot. So the fact that I was sent it is just like divine timing, honestly. This book is workplace romance. They're both trying to complete their residency, and they just don't have a lot of time to date because they're just so busy with work. So what do they decide to do? They decide to fake date each other because why not? That's just the most logical sense. When you don't have time to date, just get a fake girlfriend or boyfriend or something, like problem solved. Like I said earlier, I just adore the fake dating trope. I eat it up every single time. So obviously I'm gonna love this book. So these 3 books complete my Aardvark Book Club book haul, essentially. Again, if you're interested in joining, you can use my promo code currently overbooked. I'll also have it linked in the description if you want to go check it out. You'll get your first book for $4 and you'll also get free shipping. Like, that is such a deal. So I actually have 3 more books to show you guys. The first one was sent to me by Bloomsbury Publishing, and it was Cleopatra and Frankenstein. This is technically a romance, however, I would say it teeters more to literary fiction. It sounds very character driven. It's about these 2 people, and they just impulsively get married, and it's kind of about the aftermath of that decision and how it kind of shaped and changed their lives. The main girl, Cleo, needed a green card, so that's why she ended up getting married to Frank. And at the time, it sounded like a really good decision. Here's this older guy, he's well off. I'm gonna be able to have like financial freedom. I'll be able to stay in the country, things like that. But it's not all that it shapes out to be. She is dealing with depression. Frank is having an alcohol problem. And it's just about like the chaotic and inner workings of their marriage. And I'm so excited to read it because I love character-driven books, especially about characters that might not be the best people. Like, I love drama, so this book definitely sounds up my alley. So the next book I got was actually gifted to me by a friend for my birthday, and that was The Vampire Diaries. I love a good vampire romance, okay? I actually never finished the show. I think I got 4 seasons in and then I just never continued it. I have the worst attention span when it comes to TV. Unless it's something I am actively watching with my family or my boyfriend, I will not complete the show. I don't know the science behind that. I don't know the logic behind that, but that's just like how my brain works. I cannot watch TV alone, but put someone next to me and I will be able to watch that TV show. So the final book of this entire book haul was actually another birthday gift, and it was Shipwrecked by Olivia Dade. This was gifted to me as a blind date with a book, so my friend who gave it to me didn't know what the book was gonna be either. It's about these 2 actors, they're co-stars, and when they first started their show, they had a one-night stand. However, to maintain professionalism, it just never happened again. They would only touch each other like on camera when it was like professional. However, when their show wraps up for the final season, on the last night of filming, they decide to have another one-night stand, and that just kind of like opens a can of worms, I guess, and things ensue. So it's one night stand, it's workplace romance because they're co-stars, like obviously they work together, and then it's slow burn because, come on guys, 6 years? 6 years for you guys to get together? Okay. And then it's definitely he falls first trope because on the back of the book it says that he's trying to convince her that they can work, and I love that. I love a man who knows what he wants, okay? So that was my entire book haul. I think it was about 13 books total. My physical TBR is not happy with me. I just added 13 more books onto my never-ending TBR pile. I definitely have a problem, okay? So I think I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you want more bookstore vlogs in the future because I will add more books onto my TBR just for you guys, okay? It definitely has nothing to do with the fact that I have a crippling addiction to buying books. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos by me. I have a lot of fun things planned for this channel. I also have a bookstagram, currently .overbooked. It's always linked in my description. I post daily. I post book reels, book reviews, book updates. So if you want more bookish content from me, go ahead and follow my booksta. And that is it. I will see you next time. Goodbye.